Hi everybody, Caroline Mathis, Keller Williams Real Estate. And I would like you to sit down and relax for a minute or two because boy do I have some record-breaking news to tell you. We'll get right into what happened in July in the Truckee Meadows. You can see by the graph that you're looking at right now, average median price for Truckee Meadows rose to $435,000. It's the highest we've ever been. I went back to 13 months, so last June we looked at, and all the way back to July of 2019, median price was $405,000. We went up $30,000 in the past year with COVID. Quite interesting, isn't it? We always look at the number of days to contract. You know, that's when you make a decision to hire me to go and list your home. Now, June of last year, 44 days, 45 days for July of last year. It is now 38 days in order to get an accepted offer. I had 2 listings that I put on the market last month. One took 2 days to get an accepted offer, and we had 3 offers on the property. The other took 4 days, and we had right what we wanted on an accepted offer. So if it's priced right, we're going to be able to get that home sold under contract, probably before that 38-day time period's on. Average day to contract per the price range. Anything less than $700,000 or $800,000, you're going to see normally about 30 days to get an accepted contract. Jumps up when you get almost to $1 million to 51, and then the 1.5 million, 147 days to contract. I don't know, yeah, 147 days. Not too bad, really. This is a first for us. If you've been watching this channel for the past couple years, when you see this screen, normally we see stair steps. The black is the number of sold homes that we had in a given month. The May is new homes coming on the market. And then the gray column is inventory for the Truckee Meadows area. So we had 718 homes sold in the month of July. We've never had that many homes sold in a month in the Truckee Meadows. 658 homes came on the market, but look at this, the inventory is 638 homes. So that's what I'm telling you, is that even when we put the homes on the market, they can be sold that quickly and get absorbed that fast. It's a little crazy out there, I have to tell you. As I said, this is one of our first. This is the active inventory. So we have 638. You can see by this graph just how crazy it went back. We went back to January of 2015. Last year, the same time, in July, we had 1,490 homes that were available active inventory that you could purchase that home. Last month, we had 778 homes that were on the market that you could purchase. This month, in the month of July, 638. New listings, look at this graph. Those lower points are normally when it's winter outside, January and February. We normally have very little inventory come on as far as new listings. Everybody just kind of wants to huddle at home. But look at this. Last year we had 772 new listings in July. Last month we had 668. This new listings was 658. So even the amount of new listings coming on the market has gotten a little bit smaller. People are staying home. People are thinking, what am I going to do? With the rest of this video that I'm shooting, you're going to see that now is the time to purchase a home. put that home of yours on the market and let's get you into something else. And I'll prove to you just how much your buying power actually is with these unheard of interest rates. More to come. Months of inventory, normally we have, I was hoping for 2 months inventory, we have less than a month. And that's through all the whole Truckee Meadows. If all the homes were sold, we would be out of homes in a month and nothing coming on. The absorption rate, 0.9. Look at this graph. It's just nuts. It just took this big jump. And it's kind of crazy. This is months of inventory per price range. So balanced market, like we've talked about ever since, is 4 to 6 months. That would be a really good, enough buyers, enough sellers. Well, you can see 400,000 is less than a month. It's 0.6 months of inventory. So not even a month of inventory. When you get into the extra months, it's going to be at the 700 to almost a million, 2.6 months of inventory. You'd like to see that with the rest so we can have everybody can have a buying power, right? These are new contracts, or this is a person that has actually gone and made an offer on a home and got an accepted offer. This doesn't tell you how many times they've tried to do that, but this time that it stuck and they got an accepted offer. We've never been to 745. June was close, but 700 new home buyers got an accepted offer on the offer that they made on their home, on their dream home. As I said, this is new contracts. You can see January is the same way, normally very low, but look at how much. We went up 2.5% from just last month to this month. 745 new homeowners getting their home. I like to overlook the whole United States, and this is the amount of inventory, and we said that we have 0.9 months of inventory in the Reno, Sparks, Truckee Meadows area. Across the United States, look how much inventory they've kind of averaged out for all of the United States, over 4 months of inventory. Truly think that Truckee Meadows is one of our hot spots as far as getting getting homes sold. Isn't that amazing? We are going to lead coming out of this by the number of homes that we get to have sold and number of people that get to be in a new home. We'll break this down each by city, and I'll go over this really quickly. Reno's median price went up 10%, almost 11. It's almost $460,000 for a median price home. The number of homes that we sold, 475. Inventory is down 15%. We only have 500 homes in the city proper of Reno. Over in Sparks, median price rose just a little over 5% to 415. The number of homes that we actually sold was up 32%, almost 33. But look at our poor inventory. That poor inventory, we only have 138 homes that's available to purchase in Sparks. It's crazy. It's down 27% from just last month. We're going to go and look out in Fern Lake, because I like to look in that area. It's normally the comfortable starting place that you could start and not spend a whole bunch of money for a house. It went up just ever so slightly to 281. The inventory went down though 27%. They only have 61 homes in all of Fern Lake. New listings was 53, down 31%. They're kind of hanging close too. Driving down to Carson, their median price rose just a little bit to 375, but their active inventory went down 28, almost 29% to only 55 homes in all of Carson City. We've drove through Carson when you're going down to Gardenville. That's a pretty good sized town now. And that whole community only has 55 homes on the market for sale. Crazy. We're going to check out, these are townhomes. And I'm not going to give you the run around with that, but I want you to be careful. It looks like a really good deal, but it rose 13% to about 267. The inventory we have also dropped with the count of townhomes. that are available. It went down 18% to 155 homes. New listings, 122, and the number of homes sold was up 46% in townhomes. So those first-time homebuyers are talking with their agent saying, you know what, I still think I can afford this townhome, and I know what I'll have to pay on my HOAs and be able to do it. We're going to briefly touch on COVID because how can we not? This is purchase applications across the United States. And about the 18th, 19th of March, we all had to stay home, right? We weren't supposed to leave our homes, and you can see where applications plummeted to the reds. Starting about the second week in May, people said, you know what? I want to still move. Interest rates are making it silly for me not to move. And look at this. We've had a straight increase. This last little uptick was as of July 29th, and we were still up at a 20% increase of applications than what we normally had on a median on a year over year. If you have more questions, you call me. A lot of people, and I know several of my clients, are saying, you know what, I'm working from home. And this big kitchen that overlooks the living room is just too much noise for me right now, Caroline. So I want to get into a home that possibly has a little bit more division, has maybe a private office, so I can go downstairs, go into another room, close the door, and feel like I'm in my home or my office. The likelihood of that happening, more and more people are thinking, I'm going to be working from home permanently now. 63% are thinking that they're going to be a home run business because their main office is no longer there or accepting just ever so slightly of people to man it. I talked about interest rates. Now look at this graph. As of the 5th of August, interest rates were at 2.88. Unheard of. Even 2016, we were just right under 4, and we were having a happy dance for that. We talked about buying power a little bit earlier. So let's say we sit down, and you go, Caroline, my rent is $1,400. I don't know where you're living, but right now my rent's $1,400, and I think I can pay $1,600 for a house payment. And I have worked so hard on my credit that it is all-star credit. I refer you to my lender, and my lender goes and says, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, you can purchase a $400,000 home and get an interest rate of 2.75, and your house payment is going to be approximately $1,633. Can you imagine that? You're paying rent and not being able to write off anything. You're buying a house. You're going to have more space, maybe a yard, a garage. Who knew? So then we sit down and we talk and we go, yeah, a $400,000 house at a little over $1,600 sounds pretty good. But Mr. Buyer, I'm Mrs. Buyer, and we've sat and talked with husband, and we've decided that I think that the market's going to go down, and we're going to wait a little bit. Let me show you on this graph, if you decide to wait and interest rates go up, let's say interest rates go up 1% to 375, but you still want to have your house payment be about $1,600. Well, you're going to maybe buy a $380, $375 home, and that $25,000 can definitely make a difference on the type and location of that home because you waited. And interest rates finally started going up, so your purchasing power kind of went down, and now you're settling. And if you are a client of mine, there's no settling. So talk to me, let's figure it out. Figure out if now's the time to be able to go and purchase a home. There are a lot of people being able to do this right now. I have a lender that I work with a lot. He's even told me that if you've purchased a home in January or February of this year, 2020, let's talk about that interest rate and doing a refinance, because 2.75 is kind of unheard of. And back in the beginning of the year, we were at 3.5, 3 3/4. Some people were even still doing 4. Look at the difference. You could save almost $300 a month if you refinanced. So if you're interested in that, if that perked your ears up, you call me, and you'll know my number is at the bottom of this. Call me up and I'll introduce you to my lender that can help you with that, okay? We're going to do a projection. This is all the big guys thinking, and look at this. Interest rates hanging right at that 3%, even into the second quarter of 2021. I know this film or this video has taken a little bit longer than normal, but because of all these huge milestones that we've made, I couldn't help myself. So if you have questions, if you're thinking that, well, maybe now is a time, I love that graph, Caroline, maybe I should go and give you a call and see how I can get into this real estate market. Here is my contact information. You call me. I am available. We will sit down and figure it out, just how much you're going to feel comfortable with, okay? I hope that you have a great August. I hope it cools down maybe just a little bit. That's my personal wish. And I hope that you stay healthy. Be happy, stay healthy, and I will see you next month. Have a great August.